Jade Bird, I'm so buzzing to meet you because you left not a trail of devastation, more you left an echo when you went on Chris Evans's show, because I come on straight after it, and people are still talking about it. And
that's amazing.
People are still like going, oh my God, she was amazing. She's got such energy, and how did such a big voice come out of such a small person?
Yeah, I get that quite a little bit. Yeah,
you get that a lot.
No, but it was so much fun, like having the boys there and kind of. We would rehearse before, and it was a lot of fun to be on doing our thing.
And speaking of which, can we just first of all, can we just pay respect to your duck egg suit, and matching satin shirt by the looks of things?
Duck egg, I love that.
It is. I love it. We have a duck egg carpet in the bedroom. I love a splash of duck egg, but this is more than a splash. You've gone full duck egg.
I know. I thought I was like, we'd never usually get we were on the main stage, and that never really happens to us, and it was a huge crowd. So I was like, if there's any time to buy a suit, it's my mother's wedding and this. So.
Oh, this. Yes, you can definitely rock that. You can rock that at a wedding. That's
the plan.
Buy.
That's the plan.
A great buy. So you look like you were absolutely loving it up there. I mean, we loved it. What I saw from maybe halfway through. I was interviewing the Mumfords when you just came on,
sick.
and we were both dying to get the interview over with so we could see you.
Yeah, no, that's so great. We're kind of label mates with the Mumford.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, Glassnote. So I've never actually met them face to face. Met Phoenix, but not Mumford. So hopefully I'll meet them. Soon.
They were buzzing to see you. So Marcus and Ted were absolutely buzzing to see you.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, we had the best time up there. It was so much fun. I proper go for it now these days as well.
You have the energy of a bottle rocket.
I'm 21. I guess that's what it comes with. Yeah.
So, well, actually, you know what? This is not just about Virgin Radio, because as I say, I come on after Chris, but I also do a show on Virgin Radio Chilled, which is great because we get to play, and you've been a player on our playlist for way more than a year, 18 months, and I've loved hearing your music on the radio. But my motto, I play that a lot. A lot. So talk me through that track so that we can, it would be really nice to hear, from your point of view.
Yeah, my motto is probably the most personal one on the album. It's kind of about, the whole lyrics is don't let him near enough to let me down. So it's kind of someone in my life that you constantly feel that you're opening up to, and you're always expecting more of them, and they keep kind of giving you less. There's a lot of kind of metaphors for that through the album, like your first heartbreak being the most kind of effective, and when you're at your most vulnerable. I think what I always say is life is ups and downs. Life is sad and happy. So it makes sense for a record about my life to have them dynamics. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So yeah, my motto is the personal one on the record. But a lot of other ones I'm quite happy to be it's about this person.
And it was a sort of an emotional moment out there.
I know.
To have the dynamics. To pull things down with that track.
Yeah, and the fact.
It worked.
Yeah, the fact people kind of sing along to that. Due to you guys playing it. You know what I mean? Is quite something, and it always gets me dead emotional because I never expect anyone to know any of the songs. So yeah, no, it's great. I
want you to take us now through the memory banks now to your very first festival.
Yeah,
I'm guessing because you're a Hexham lass, aren't you?
I am, yeah. Well, I was born there, and then I moved straight away pretty much 3 months afterwards, and then since then been moving all around because my dad's in the army.
Oh, okay.
So I wish I was. I do have some Chesterfield in me, probably more so, some Derbyshire.
Oh, that's that. Oh, okay, yeah. No, I feel you because my dad was a politician, and we say similar thing to army brats and politician kids. You're just always moving, aren't you?
Exactly.
You don't have you miss that. I get jealous of. Do you get this when you people that have mates from when they were tiny and they grew up with people. I never had that.
It just doesn't really exist, does it? Because you're constantly dotting about. It's true, and like you said, to do with friends and people you surround yourself with. I think I'm so lucky that my best friends are now in my band. You know what I mean? That I think all the bands I love from the 60s or the 90s, you always see this tight knit bond with a band that enables them to go a bit further with their sound. So I think friends are important, but we don't have them since we were a top.
But
Yeah.
But what hasn't affected your hasn't affected your energy, your joie de vivre.
No.
So take us back to before you were Jade Bird, the cusp of being a massive pop star. Take us back to when you were first going to your first festival, to what it was, who pulled you there? Who did you who was like inspiring you to go there?
Yeah.
Why did you buy the ticket? Who was on that main stage that you wanted to see?
The first festival I went to.
Your first festival. Who were you like really looking forward to seeing? And then, is it a bit of a blur?
This is really difficult.
Why?
Because I don't remember going to a lot of festivals when I was young, really. Like, because I lived in South Wales for a really long time, since I was about 8 years old.
Yeah.
And I don't know if a lot came to kind of South Wales festival-wise.
Well, okay, so when you came into your own,
Yeah.
and you started like, and you started playing, when you started being a musician and stuff.
Yeah.
So your very earliest, like one of your earliest festival, who was like, who did you really want to see there? But then who did you end up seeing that like you didn't expect? Because that's the best thing that happens about festivals is running into. It's like, oh my God, they're brilliant. Like, who are they?
Yeah, no, I mean the festival experience, like I said, I was always gigging since I was quite young, so I never kind of, like when you're 16, you go out in Reading, in Leeds with your mates.
Yeah.
Like, can't say I ever did the same thing.
You didn't have that sort of like festival up. You didn't.
I'm sounding so sad here, aren't I? Like,
a bit, yeah. Well, how come you're so happy?
I know. No, I think. Well, I'll kind of. No, I can't remember. I can't remember one festival I went to when I was
little. What was the first festival you played then, as an artist?
Well, I remember applying to a lot. I remember applying to like 100 festivals and all of them kind of being like, yeah, not really, don't really want you to play there. I played a few street festivals, you know what I mean, when you do them with your local street.
Yeah.
But the first one I probably properly played was Hyde Park on the tiny stage.
Yeah.
With Stevie Nicks was playing that day.
Right.
I think that might have been my first.
Yeah.
But I used to play a lot of street stuff.
Yeah, and are things kicking off for you in the States? Because the first press quote I ever saw about you was from Rolling Stone, not from NME or...
Yeah, that was kind of surprising. I think as the Something American EP made it, it was a little bit of a... It's kind of connected with them quite a lot easier than it did in the UK due to like Something American or the Americana influences that I just kind of came to very naturally. It wasn't intentional.
Yeah.
But America's been going really, really great. Yeah, they've kind of got this thirst for British acts right now. Like Shame are doing excellently, Fontaines DC, and just a few like Dreamwife. They're all doing kind of well over there. A lot of punky stuff, but
but also there's a surge of you're definitely, I said this to Dermot earlier, you're in the right place at the right time because there's this surge of singer-songwriter with acoustic guitar.
Yeah.
And that's and the Americans love that, right?
Yeah, I mean absolutely. I also think there's this kind of I think they like to see there's a big scene in woman in indie music. There's kind of a lot of female kind of protagonists in their music over in the States, especially that I've noticed, like Phoebe Bridgers or Cherry Glazer or some of these really fantastic bands like Japanese Breakfast. And I think maybe I kind of slot in via there somehow. I'm more into the electric in my older age, but yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think the white guitar's an excuse for that. It kind of looks electric,
okay, well, he's certainly very electric live. Well, Jade Bird, you are clearly on the cusp of greatness. And long may you rock that duck egg suit. And
thank you so much.
And
cheers.
like I said, buzzing to have met you. And
you
best
too.
of luck.
Genuinely, thank you so much.
The best music all day. Virgin Radio.